Hello everyone, welcome to Quantifiers. So this is yet another set in our daily DILR mornings in which you get one new set every day. If you want to be the part of this, do what is mentioned over here. Just send us your name and email through the WhatsApp and I'll add you to a different WhatsApp list. Okay. And just since we are here, off lately my phone has given some problems and the people who have texted in the past 3-4 days were not added. So if you are watching this again, kindly text me again and I will add you. So before we move to the set, this is the complete list of the courses that we provide. These are some of the best and the most affordable courses out there. Okay. And since this is our daily series, we have added these many sets we have covered already. The playlist is completely given in the description. You can check this as much as you want. And today we are going to do a very interesting set, Coach John Revisited. Why the name? I'll tell you later. So let's go through what is the set. The set tells us that in a certain company, every year, all the departments are ranked in the decreasing order of their revenues, and the top 4 departments in the year are shown in this pie chart kind of thing. Okay, so this is their breakage is given. Now, these are the 4 highest revenues. So first, second, third, and fourth. So the fifth one should be less than 45. Okay. The numbers in the brackets of the revenues in crore are by a particular department. Fine. The percentage figure given in the middle is the contribution of the top 4 departments to the overall revenue. So this 75%. So this plus this plus this plus this whatever the total is. I think it is 75, 225. This 225 represents 75% of the 2007's revenue. So 2007's total revenue will be 300 according to this. And then the company has 6 and then there are some questions based on it. So I know that there are how many years? From 7 to 8, 9, 10 and 11. So there are these years A, B, C, D, E, F. There are these departments. I know some values, I have to fill some values. And I know that for the remaining values, I won't have anything certain. I will have some ranges. Okay. So to work upon this, I have given this structure where I have written all the values. How I have written all the values? You can very simply see that if A was 75, B was 80, A was 75, B was 60, I have mentioned it here. So whatever percentage it was holding, I have mentioned it here. So let me use this. What is the total of this? 75, 60, 45, 45. The total is 225. So if I talk about 2007, the total is 225 and it cultivates around 75%. So this 225 is 75%, then 100% is obviously 300. This is what is given to us, that 100% is 300. Now, I need to know 2 things. First, that this is the first entry, this is the second entry, this is the third entry, and this is the fourth in the descending order. And if these and this are 5th and 6th in any order, then obviously I cannot give this 45. Okay, in any case, even I cannot give this 45. Why? Because if these are also 45, then they will also be in top 4, because they will compete. Then I will not be able to distinguish, which means that the 5th rank holder can have a maximum of 44. Okay, the 5th rank holder can have a maximum of 44, which is one below this top 5. Okay, so this is the required thing. So if I talk about this now, E and F are the 2 companies. They have total, then E plus F together must have earned how much? 75 crores. Together must have earned 75 crores because the gap is deficit is 75. And now if this deficit is 75 crores, can I say that the maximum one can earn is 44? In that case, other one must have earned is 31. Okay. किसी एक ने 44 कमाया होगा तो दूसरे को 31 आया होगा. I cannot write it as 0 to 75 and 0 to 75. अगर मैं ऐसा लिखता हूँ तो वो गलत होगा. Why? Because 0 to 75 means किसी एक ने 60 भी किया हो सकता है. तो वो top 4 में आ जाएगा, which is not possible. I have already explained. Which means that top 4 के बाद जो this 5th number can have a maximum of 44. If this has 44 maximum, totally 75, then the other one must have calculated done 31. So the range is 31 to 44 and 31 to 44 for both of them. Okay, done. This is sorted for year 2007. Now in the very same manner, I will sort it for all the years. Now, if I talk about 2008, the total is 140 to 340. Total is 340. 340 is 85%. If 85% is 340, then 100% must be 400. Yani now, how much is the deficit? 60 crores is the deficit, which is scored by B plus C. So, what is the maximum one can earn? Maximum one can earn here is 59. Maximum one can earn here is 59. Since maximum is 59, the other one must be having 1 to make it 60. 1 to 59 and 1 to 59. So this is the range of this part. Now, if I talk about the third year, in the third year, I have a total of 120, 175, 175, 200 and 300, 400. For 2009, the total is 400. Okay. Now, this total is 400 for 2009. Which is 80%. So 100% must be 500. Now, how much is the deficit? Deficit is 100, which is scored by D plus E, which is made by D plus E. Now, what is the maximum value D can have? 70 is the third maximum, so fourth maximum, so it can have a max of 69. So one is having 69, other must be having 31. So the range for these two is 31 to 69. Now, for 2010, on very similar grounds, 18 and 75, 93 and 97, 200, 280, 270. 270 is this 90% and 100% must be 300, which means the deficit is 30, which is scored by done by A plus F. A plus F is 30. The maximum value A can have is 17. So if this is 17, this is 13. So the range in this case is 13 to 17. Now 120, 100, 150 and 140. The total in this case is 510. 510 is the total. Now this total is 510 for year 2011. It is 85%, which is 6 times. So 6 times will be 100% will be 600. So the deficit is 90. Now this deficit is 90 and the maximum. So there is no limitation now. So now it will be 0 to 90 and 0 to 90 because the top fourth is 100 and it is 0 to 90. It is all safe. So these are the various ranges I have. Okay. One important point that I have considered that these are all integer values. I am not going into, maybe there will be some argument that what if it is 17.99 lakhs. Okay. So I am not going into that right now. I am just assuming them to be integral. Okay. There is a possibility that you can find a solution where it is 0 to 18. Okay. In that case, they must have taken it to the nearest integer here, to the nearest round off value. Here I have not done that. So I have this. Moreover, the gap is pretty high. The gap is pretty high. So I can do this right now. So let's talk about now. See, in the questions I am asked about some minimum and maximum values. So for every company, let me calculate the minimum value and let me calculate the maximum value. So for A, how will I calculate the minimum for A? I will calculate it as 75 plus 80 plus 70 plus I will assume that 13 plus 120. And when we talk about max, I will say this plus 17 plus 120. So what is the total in both case? 58358 is the total minimum and the maximum is the difference of 4. So 362. For B, the minimum is 61 and all up to 84. And the max is the difference of 58, 342. 56, 60, 70, 246. So 246 is the difference here. Okay. Minimum value and the maximum is 394. Here the minimum is again D. The minimum is 366. So this must be 404. So here it is 132, 162 and 97, 259. And the maximum is 38 plus 13 plus 90, 400. So the maximum is 400. Here it is 31, 44 and 244 and 140, 384 and it is difference of 13 and 4, 17, 401. So this is the minimum and the maximum value difference produced. If I talk about this, then what is the first question? Which department has the highest revenue for the company of all the 5 years put together? So the maximum I can see here is 404. But I cannot say that D is the answer. Why? Because D is fluctuating between 366 to 404. It is a possibility that he must be 404. It is a possibility that he can be scoring 390. In this case, he will be maximum. So our answer for first question is cannot be determined. There are multiple possibilities. The answer for the first question is 0, which is cannot be determined. Second, the total revenue earned by the department B as a percentage of total revenue earned by the department A over the given period of time for a round rate. So D, we have to maximize B, which is 342, and I have to minimize A, which is 358. So this will give you somewhere around 1% is 3.5, 5% is 17, 95.6%. Somewhere around 95.6% you will be fetching this value. So this answer will be 95.6%. Now, for which of the following department is the difference between minimum and the maximum possible value is highest? So the difference is highest for this, it is 148. Okay. Yes. For this it is 1 and 34, 138. For this it is 141, 17. Pretty less. Okay. So sorry, it is only 38, not 138. It is only 38. And this is 141. So the difference is maximum is the maximum difference is for C. For how many of the years each department could have earned at least 40 crores? Could have is an important word. And at least of 40 crores each department. So if I talk about this 75, 60, 45, 45, all these are safe. But the total leftover is 75. In order to make each department 40, I have to allocate 40 plus 40, 80. Which means only those organizations for which the surplus left is 80 or more can have 40 each. Because 75 cannot be divided into 45 plus 40. So for this it is not. For 2009 the surplus is 100. I can give 40, 60. So this is possible for year 2009. For this the total is surplus is only 30. It is again not possible. It is not happening. So for this 2011. The total is 90 and I can easily allocate 45. So answer for this will also verify. So all in all, there are 2 such years in which my criteria will satisfy. Okay, I hope all this made sense to you. And if you have any doubt, you can post. And if you want to join us, you can join us as soon as possible. We have produced some amazing results, and our new batch is going to start soon. Thank you so much, guys. Have a good day.